which are the basic ones? They are the major ones tó ti kọ́kọ́ lo ilé ayé wò nígbà wáṣẹ̀, nígbà tí Olódùmarè ń try láti create one thing or the other, láti lè jẹ́ kí all other forces come into play nígbà wáṣẹ̀. Now, Odufa, how does it relate with we humans? The first thing tí mo fẹ́ kí everybody mọ̀ ni pé, according to Ifa, we just have two genders, both the male and the female. And we also have the positive and the negative. Both the male and the female in humans, in animals, and in all other non-living things, ani akọ, ani abo, including gbogbo àwọn ewé tí Elédùmarè dá, aléwé akọ, ani abo. So as it is, nínú àwọn nǹkan tó Olódùmarè dá yìí, all of them have these binaries. Àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn, we, a man and a woman, gbogbo each body part wa ni Olódùmarè dá tó fi Odùfá tó fi dá. A whole lot of people might not understand that for everything that encompasses within the body of a man and a woman, Odùfá ni Olódùmarè fi dá. Now, how does it interact with the personality of each and every one of us? Tí a bá wọ gbódù, tá lọ tẹfá, ọkùnrin ni, obìnrin ni, a máa mú odù jáde. Odù tá mú jáde yẹn is like a map or a chart for our own personal life. In that map, in that chart that you already have as your Odu, that is what signifies you as a person. And you walk within that your map and your chart. For instance, if you have gone to do your Itefa, and your Itefa is probably Oyekumeji, now that Oyekumeji, your energy radiates within that Oyekumeji. You are going to walk through the part of Oyekumeji. Everything that will happen to you on life is going to go through that Odu of Oyekumeji, which includes financial aspects, spiritual aspects, health-wise, and even the environmental factor too of Oyekumeji is still going to affect that person. So we want to know how this personality of Oyekumeji, that is that person's Odu, affects the life of that person. That is what we are discussing today. If anybody can, Itabale Igbomi, ṣé mo wà audible ẹjọ́, ẹ máa respond ẹjọ́ kí ni mo.
I'm going, ma.
Now, as it is, let us all understand that the simple truth of life is that nobody, no matter the Odu that gives birth to you, no one reaps what or where he did not sow. In the same way, no one can expect a good life on earth if he or she does not make clearance before setting off from heaven. When we were all coming down, when we were setting down to come down on earth, there has to be a clearance you have to do from above. Then when you come down on earth, so that you can fulfill all what you desire. But there is actually a road that we use to come down to earth. Nígbà wáṣẹ̀, they call that road the road of the dark road. Àwọn Benin máa ń pè ní they call it Erebus, because that road is actually a dark road. Nígbà wáṣẹ̀, tí Ọ̀rúnmìlà bá ń travel ọ̀nà yẹn by foot, tó bá ti dé àárín yẹn, ibẹ̀ máa dark. That road ni Olódùmarè convert tó gbé sínú obìnrin, which is the womb. So when we were all coming down, no matter whatever agreement we sign, no matter the sacrifice we have done in heaven, when we come down on earth, we totally forget everything. Once we get into that road is known as the road of death. which is normally found. That road is the road now that Olodumare converted into the uterus of women. And that is why all of us have to go back to do Ifa initiation to be able to understand what we actually came back on earth to do. That is why the Igbodu is designed like the uterus of a woman. The palm fruit don't visible, the palm tree don't visible. Ó signify irun abẹ́ obìnrin tó wà níbi ojú ara yẹn ni nǹkan yẹn signify. So and gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń ṣe fún yín ní Igbodu ó signify what you go through when you are inside the uterus. And once you come out, because once you are inside the uterus, definitely, you know, so once you come out, that is why most times they decide to cut off the hair. Because I told Mulogbodu, bigba peke komo tuntun ma gbe irun amutorun bo wa ohun ni. So that is the reason most times eba lo se itefa wa ni ke farun yin. So now that Odu, this Odu that we are actually talking about now, it has to do with the force of destiny. A whole lot of people lot make tobati daile aye tobati ndagba. Ẹlòmíì lè lóun fẹ́ di doctor, ẹlòmíì lè lóun fẹ́ di lawyer, ẹlòmíì lè lóun fẹ́ di pilot. Kó rí pé òun ò lè achieve nǹkan yẹn. You cannot do anything on earth without the clearance of without your clearance, without clearing yourself in heaven before you come down on earth. Irrespective of the success that you might have had or you are experiencing right now. That is why toba dafa fáwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n ní àwọn ẹbọ kan wà tẹ́ni yẹn yẹ kó ṣe lóde ọ̀run tí ò ṣe. So wọ́n ní kó ṣe lóde ayé so that life ẹ̀ á lè ní peace. Tàbá dá àwọn fáàmì wọ́n lè ní ẹni yẹn ó gbàgbé àti bọ́ aṣọ àkísà lóde ọ̀run kó tó wá sóde ayé. So nǹkan yẹn ń jẹ́ kó máa mú àmúbọ̀ ire. So wọ́n wá sọ iṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe fún bẹ̀ kó lè bá rí nǹkan yẹn, kó lè bá rí ilé ayé ẹ̀ lò. Sometimes tàbá dá àwọn fáàmì wọ́n ní ẹni yẹn has a sworn enemy tó tẹ̀lé wá látòde ọ̀run. So tí enemy yẹn bá tẹ̀lé wá látòde ọ̀run tí ò ṣẹ́gun enemy yẹn látòde ọ̀run, the enemy is right here with the person on earth. Amadeni yẹn láàmú. So wọ́n á tún yan iṣẹ́ fún tó máa ṣe láti lè overcome yẹn because ẹni yẹn ò ní sùúrù láti ṣe nǹkan yẹn tán lóde ọ̀run kó tó wá sóde ayé. Then we also have those tó jẹ́ wípé at times other energies máa tún tẹ̀lé wọn wá sóde ayé. Yeah, ó jẹ gbèsè ẹbọ, yes. Then we have some other people náà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn other energies máa tún lo ara wọn wá sóde ayé. There are some people like that. So why am I saying this is for me to, we are actually going to get to the level of the personality of all this Odu. Ama yono no e ama traditional koko ade mari so lágbára Elédùmarè á fún wa sọ leni. Now the length of our stay, let everybody take note this point. The length of our stay on earth, the type of work we do, the degree of our success or failure in life are all functions of our own chosen destiny. Please, let us hear that again. The length of our stay on earth, the type of work we do, the degree of our success or failure in life are all functions of our own chosen destinies. Now, how do we know the length of how we're going to stay on earth? If you don't go and do it, how do you know that you're going to have a long life or a short life? You would not know. It's from your Odu that you can actually know all those things. And it's from your Odu that you actually know your destiny. Because a lot of us, because other religions, in the days of our forefathers, so they actually know the kind of child they have. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ ni wọ́n ti decide pé okay ọmọ ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ lélẹ̀ kí la lè sáré fi so mọ́lẹ̀ kó má bàa lọ mọ́. Tó bá jẹ́ àbíkú ni wọ́n mọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ eléré ọmọ ni wọ́n á mọ̀, tó bá jẹ́ babaláwo lọmọ yẹn máa jẹ́, they know what to do. So all these things are all the things that we actually need to know that comprises what makes up our Odu. The type of work we do, the degree of our success or failure in life, they are all functions of our own destiny, which is directly under our own Odu. I don't know if somebody is getting me now this evening. Getting you. And now, let me also put out this point. The divinities, which is also known as Orisha, they do not come to us because they need anything from us. They do not come to us because they need anything from us. It is our own guardian angel or ruling Orisha. Our church might be guardian angel, but in Isheshe we call it ruling Orisha. They are the ones that go to these divinities to solicit their support in seeing us through life. Like, let me put for instance now, for example, you have a dream, you see yourself, you are actually doing something in that dream. You do not understand the dream. You wake up. If it's a frightening dream, probably you are fighting with somebody in the dream. And you do not have victory. Probably the person gave you some you had a very, very serious fight with the person and you did not come out victorious in that fight. And you wake up, you start panting. The person you saw in the dream was you, but that person is not you. That is your ruling Orisha that has taken your form to alert you that there is danger somewhere. So it is this your ruling Orisha that we go and meet the other divinities, the divinities that you have actually made able to in heaven. That how can they support you to go through life when you are facing challenges? And let us also take note that the sacrifice we make to these divinities, àwọn ẹbọ tá máa ń ṣe fún àwọn òrìṣà yìí, with the exception of Eshu, they are all used to bribe the forces of evil to get off our backs. Gbogbo ẹbọ tá à ń ṣe, yàtọ̀ sí ẹbọ tí à ń gbé f'Eshu, they are all used. Wọ́n máa fi ń bẹ̀ bí ìgbà pé a fi ń bribe àwọn negative forces kí wọ́n fi wálẹ̀ kalẹ̀ rí ilé ayé lónìí. So as it is, most times when you do ẹbọ and you say mo ṣẹbọ, ẹbọ mi ò ti kò mí pé ẹbọ ẹ ò gbà. Àwọn energies, negative energies tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ ló fi ẹbọ yẹn tù kí wọ́n lè kúrò lẹ́yìn ẹ kí ire lè wọlé wá. Yàtọ̀ sí ẹbọ tó bá gbé f'Eshu. Why I'm putting Eshu on the side is because Eshu does a lot. It can do both negative and positive.